It's been another video. I think it was 8 on the table. They were discussing.
I pay every bill in this house, right? And I fix everything in this house because I'm an electrician. What are you bringing to the table as a woman? What do you realistically do other than have sex? Every lady here, I want to know, what are you bringing to the table for the man that takes care of you?
Here we go. And take notes. So what I do is I make that house that you pay for, that you pay that mortgage for, I make it at home. I cook the meals. I'm washing clothes.
That's $100 a week.
Don't play with me.
I can get it made.
No. You see that's where you're going wrong. It costs more than $100 a week to have somebody cook for you, to have somebody clean up after you. Because a lot of times you men become our children. All right, we dress y'all, we pick out y'all clothes, we cook for y'all.
The men complain that it started off that way, but then they start slacking. They don't do what they don't keep up with that same type of energy, but they expect the man to keep that same energy of continue on providing in that aspect. So I'm hearing the complaints. So you can speak for yourself, but a lot of women say, I don't want to cook.
What should a woman bring to the table if she earns more? And obviously the conversation was leaning more towards women now are making, moves, and they're making a lot more money than they were back in the day. But there's always been women that were making more than their men. There's always been women that have been working to support men that are not working, or men that are hustling and they're not bringing in as much money, or it's not as consistent. So women earning more than men is not new. But I guess now it's more in the sphere of women are being entrepreneurs, and maybe their men are sort of like working. But it's also a lot of goofy niggas with money. A lot of men with money are not inherently nice men. We've seen it from the likes of 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather. You're breaking up with someone, now you're repossessing the things that you bought them out of love. So were you loaning me these things, or were you buying me these things for me to look the part when I'm with you? And now the gifts that you gave to me, you have to snatch them back. What is that? Why are you trying to humiliate someone that gave you a lot of their years of their life, and now you're snatching back even Instagram accounts? What are you gonna do with an Instagram account that says Miss Jackson? What's that gonna do for you? And then there's this other guy that said, all he wants is for women to bring stability in their lives, or women to be stable in their lives. And it's like, but if you want someone for their fullness, for their richness, for their the totality of their being, somebody is not going to be one way throughout their whole life. We're going to go through times where we lose stuff, we lose family, we lose jobs, we lose money, we make money, we have kids, I gain weight, I lose weight, I get sick, all these things. It's a journey. If you want someone to constantly be the same way they were when you met them, they're not growing, they're not evolving, they're not learning, which means in some ways they're still stagnant, they're still stuck in whatever age you met them. So if you meet me now and I stay the same, I don't have problems, I don't have any plateaus, I don't have any highs. Okay, people want you to always have highs and never lows, and it's like, that's not realistic. Life is always going to come with lows. Life is going to ebb and it's going to flow. Rico was saying that
you can't make money. What I'm saying is what you're bringing to this table is a service that can be paid for, versus what a man has to bring to the table for your life. You can't buy somebody to buy you a home. I could buy somebody to cook and clean for my house. I can't buy a person to come give me a house, give me a car, take care of me, and make sure.
Whoa! Is this the same place? Is this the same place? Is this the same place?
What?
Is this the same
He was outside. Wow. He is crazy.
Is this the same place?
Yo!
Is this the same place?
Nah, it is.
This Rico guy saying, if I can fix the house, if I can do everything in the house, I bought the house, I bought the car, I bought everything. All you're saying that you do in the house is cook, clean, iron, get groceries, and I can get someone to do that for myself. And it's like, so if you get in a relationship and you've vetted your partner out and you've stated out your prerequisites, why are you in the relationship now asking what does the woman bring to the table? That's just you having an existential crisis in front of the woman and being like, what does my life mean? What do I need from a relationship? Those are questions that you ask before you get in the relationship, or as you're about to head out of the relationship. You don't sit in someone's face and be like, oh, what do you bring to the table? Because that's stupid. If you did your homework, you would know what I bring to the table. If you did your homework, you would have picked someone that brings what you want to the table. So unless you're asking this question in the dating stages, it's dumb. It's dumb. Like, let's really shoot the shit, because guys, what more do you want from women? You said women, oh, you need to do 50-50, or you need to, pull your weight in the bills. Women are doing that. Women are finding new ways to make money. Now it's, what do women bring to the table? Because you can do your own groceries, so then you're not looking for a partner, you're just looking for someone. What are you really looking for in a relationship? And also this thing of, men with money, all of a sudden finding people or women that are in between blessings, or women that don't even want to work, or women that go out there looking for men to look after them. You go after those women because that's the kind of woman you want. Maybe because you can manipulate them, maybe you can have power over them because you've got the money. So now why are you turning around and asking what they bring to the table when you went after them? Women don't really chase men. Men usually chase women. Men with money dating women without money is not a new thing. It's not a new concept. Men with money is not a new concept anyway. New niggas with money is not a new concept. So what's new about dating and money that you guys are trying to sort of like hash out now? Yeah, we understand, a lot more men are getting to that bread, but it's like these conversations about what do women bring to the table? What do women bring to the table? What do you want for your table? I can bring something to this table that's not needed in this table, so I'm not going to push and show that side in this table because it's not required. Whereas if I get with someone where it's like he earns 3 grand and I earn 5 grand, or vice versa, one of us is obviously going to have to take more of the burden than the other person. It's very rare that you meet someone where you're making the same amount of money. Yeah, in a relationship it should be, it should be equal effort. Whether you're making you're doing a 9 to 5 where you're sitting at the computer and someone's staying at home with the kids, that doesn't mean if you come home and you see there's dirty dishes and your partner's resting, you can't go and wash them. Or you come home and your partner's like, oh, I'm really tired, the kids were wilding today. You can't be like, oh, no, it's fine, I understand, go sit down, watch your favorite show, I'll do the dishes, I'll put the kids to bed. It's like, just because you provided money, you've bought the groceries, you've did all these things, some men feel like, yeah, that's all my duty is done, I'm not gonna do any more. Do you know how happy or how nice it is to see messages where men are like, oh, I saw that my partner was feeling tired today and I picked up the slack, where she, oh, I saw that my partner needed 15-20 minutes to herself, so I ran her errands, or I took the kids out so she could have a nap, or whatever the case may be. It's like some men don't feel like they have to help out around the house, and it's like, it's your house. If there's dirty dishes, you can do the dishes. Just because you bring the most money doesn't mean now you get to sit around and chill. Or just because someone who makes less money, or one of the partners makes less money, they have to do all the extra work in the house, because you could be making more money sitting at a desk and the other person's job might be more rigorous on the body, so obviously they need rest, whereas you've been just sitting at I know it's tiring, but it's not as tiring as labor, like manual labor. And I think the fact that people just think a relationship is money, I can buy this, I can buy that. You cannot buy, as this lady said, you cannot buy the things that come naturally to people, or you cannot buy the extra care and the extra thoughtfulness that comes with it. Because sometimes I might pop out to get tissues, or I might pop out to get milk and think, oh, actually, let me bring back, I don't know, our favorite snack, or let us try this out. If you're paying someone to do a service, they're going to do that service. They're not going to deviate and be like, oh, he might like this, he might like that. Because they don't care. They're doing it for the money. But someone that's doing it out of love is going to go the extra mile. And I think that's another thing that people don't notice in relationships, is the fact that, yes, fair enough, you know, we're in this relationship, you're taking care of me, I'm taking care of you, but people don't notice the little things that people do. And it's like, unless it's done the way that people expect it to be, someone's not going to notice, you know, the extra mile that you went, or how much thought and consideration went into something, or how much of yourself you have to, you know, give up or forego just to be in a relationship with someone else. People don't notice those things. And yes, it's partly to do with love languages, and it's also partly to do with entitlement. A lot of people feel like I should be the center of your universe because we're in a relationship, and it's like, what about myself? I'm always going to take care of myself first. Like, you know, you might get in a relationship with someone and they like making the bed. I don't necessarily care about my bed being made. I'll change my sheets as often as I need to, but to make my bed day in, day out, I don't care about that. So if I'm looking for a partner, I'm going to look for someone that enjoys making the bed, because, you know, that's less stress on me. I enjoy cooking, but I don't necessarily enjoy washing dishes. What else? Just little things like that. Or if you go to a guy's house and you see that, oh, he takes care of his house, you know, he likes to have his things a certain way, you can just see, oh, okay, if I come in, or if you know, if we get in a relationship, that's his strengths and these are my strengths, and we put them together, and, you know, I balance you out where you're lacking, and you balance me out where I'm lacking. Because some of us are in between blessings, and you're not going to put the strain of capitalism on me. I know I'm in between blessings, so I'm going to move like I'm in between blessings. But if you're going to move like I can afford a 10k apartment, a woman is not going to say no to you saying, you know, let's get a 10k apartment, when we could get a 5k one and still have a little bit of money left over. Because that's another thing, some people like to live way above their means, and it's like, you can live comfortable in a 5k apartment. Why does it need to be 10k just because you're now making 20k a month? You don't need, yeah, I know, you know, the more you earn, the bigger your propensity is to spend, but it doesn't mean that we should go and get that, you know, 10k apartment when we can be comfortable in a 5k apartment.
Oh, I forgot to say how to subscribe in the beginning. I'm slipping. I really am slipping. Because why you not subscribed? Why you not subscribed, sis? It's the crack, ain't it? I know it is.